Hi, and welcome to another Corporate Edge video blog. My name is Louise Connor, and today the model I'm going to share with you is known as the Eisenhower Decision Matrix, originally developed by US President Eisenhower and included in the Stephen Covey book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This model takes the principles of urgent tasks versus important tasks and helps you order and classify your thinking so that you can take pause to reflect where you're spending your time and how you can get the most value out of the time that you spend. As you see, the model has 4 quadrants classified by urgent, not urgent, important, and not important. So what are the indicators that you might need to use a decision matrix? Do you find yourself writing lots and lots of to-do lists, or potentially lurching from one crisis to another? You may, at the end of the day, have a sense that you've been really busy, but you haven't achieved an enormous amount. If this sounds like some of the behaviours you see in yourself, it's likely that you haven't considered the difference between urgent and important tasks. Urgent tasks require our immediate attention, but put us into a reactive mode. When we're in this mode, we're not at our best. Our minds are not doing our most quality thinking. Important are tasks that contribute to our long-term mission, to our goals, and give you the sense that you're really making progress in your role. This is a really productive state, and you're focusing on being proactive. So let's take some time to have a look at the grid. Quadrant 1 is where urgent and important meet, and here we see ourselves as the most reactive version of in our leadership. This is where every crisis you've ever dealt with lives, and it's also the home of deadlines and emergencies. You'll never be able to eliminate everything from this quadrant, but we should be seeking to minimize the amount of time we spend here if we want to be our most effective selves. In Q2, we see not urgent, but important. This is where tasks that we know about, but they have a distant deadline. And this is the opportunity to really start to be proactive and focusing on the future. What are the things that you as a leader really want to achieve in the next short-term period? This is the quadrant of planned thought, knowing what's ahead and making time to do it in a timely fashion and involving the people who really could contribute to the success of your projects. Often your most important activities are in this space. Excuse me, could I just interrupt you? Quadrant 3 is the intersection of urgent but not important. And in our modern world, I think of this quadrant as the notification on your phone or perhaps your email. These are activities that might be fun or interesting but aren't important and are taking you away from giving enough time to the activities in quadrant 2. People will often say to me, I just don't have time to do the things in my quadrant 2 space. And I really encourage you to think about how much time am I giving over to being reactive, to notifications or people who just pop over to ask for some help. In my experience, people spend too much time in Q3 because they are often feeling that I can help other people out. While I'm not advocating for you not to help people, you do need to pause and be mindful of the impact of helping versus your ability to achieve the organizational goals that you have committed to. Sometimes learning to say no is a really important part of your leadership toolkit. So if quadrant 3 represents the interruption or the notification on your device, Q4 is mindlessly scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, because this is the intersection of not urgent and not important. Tasks in this area don't really help anyone else or further the achievement of your own personal goals. I'm a realist. I don't believe in eliminating this altogether. However, I would like you to consider how much time you would have to spend on those goals in Q2 if you significantly reduce the activities in Q4. Building just awareness of how much time you're spending on this is an easy and enlightening activity to do. For 1 week, just monitor how much time you're spending on social media and consider if you could have invested this time more effectively elsewhere. So my challenge to you is to download the model that we've provided and spend 5 minutes classifying where you have spent the majority of your time in the past week. If you're finding a lot of your activities and tasks in Q1, Q3, and Q4, start to consider what is holding you back from operating in Q2. Are there small changes that you can make that will turn around and transform your leadership? We love to hear about changes that you've made, things that have worked, maybe even things that you've tried that haven't worked. So feel free to go ahead and share those comments with us in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and we look forward to you joining us again on another Corporate Edge video blog.